from Mr. Klein in favor of censoring materials in the school library. The school administration has created a system for citizens to voice concerns about a particular book or document the citizen might find offensive. This system enables the citizen the most direct approach in attempting to change the materials present in the library. Part of this system involves the citizen reading the material to help determine if there is a valid literary reason for the way it is presented. If the citizen is not satisfied at the end of this analysis, he or she can bring it to the board's attention for further review. Mr. Klein read an excerpt from a book last month, leaving the room, to me at least, with a sense that the book was in our school library. If his intent was to state the book was in our school library, he was in error, as that book was removed at the beginning of last year by the librarian due to the fact no one had checked it out since its purchase. If Mr. Klein had followed the system provided, he would have known that. If Mr. Klein's intent was to show problems within the library systems of the nation, the time spent last month was wasted, since we as a board cannot control the rest of the country, nor should we try. For the remainder of this calendar year, we will listen to concerns of alleged literature impropriety only after the procedures already in place for this purpose have been followed.
What I'll do first, and I understand now tonight what you've got, and I'm going in Thursday. Hopefully Thursday, Mrs. Castle will give me an appointment. Last week, the book that you're talking about that you just announced is not in the school system. It was on the website. So I go by what is on the website in school. This one is in as of 5 o'clock today. I will make sure I get the appointment. I've got, the lady's been doing a 2 or 3 year study on these books. This book is in there tonight. It's called Second Helpings. I've been through it. These are a list of the words and how many times the words are used in the book. We got 349 pages in this book with 520.
You not had a chance to talk with Mrs. Kessler?
I didn't have a chance to know this is what I've got to do until, so I come prepared tonight to bring this to the attention of the board tonight. So it's almost, I don't want to be stifled tonight. I've said I'll call her first thing in the morning and have an appointment, hopefully for Thursday this week, because there is also, just like with this book, there's tests that go with these books. The test on this one is number 68291. I am learning this system on this. So some of the things like these, and I've been told that that system of filling out that little form gets you nowhere. The lady from our church has been doing this for about 3 years. She has tried it several times and gets shut down. Every time she goes through the system, it never works. And then the statement comes out that, well, we can't change the nation. Well, yeah, we can. Somebody's got to take the steps to change the nation. We have got kids reading this stuff. And I've been in this community for 20 years coaching these kids. I would never let a kid say these words in a dugout. I mean, it just amazes, or in the locker room for the middle school football program when I was here. So as I sit back and I see our community, in our community, Mount Vernon, I can stand outside of Walmart and see students that have come through our school system, or any school system, in and out the front doors of Walmart with the most belligerent words, the same words I'm reading in these books. So I will go through the right procedures, if that's what I need to do to address this situation, because I'm also going to request that we come in with the list of, we've got something like 100 or 150 books, roughly, in the neighborhood, in each library, this one and the one over there. I know it's well over 100 in each library. What I'm going to request from Mrs. Kassler and the library, whatever we got to do, is let's come in with a list and let's go through them, we'll pull them and see if they're actually on the shelves. I think the people, and most of the parents I talk to are pretty outraged when they see I had a lady the other day tell me, she looked at her little boy, he goes to Pleasant Street School. She said, little Johnny, if you bring home one of them books like that, I will burn it. And I told her, I said, man, I said, you've got to hold up here a minute. And I explained to her what they're doing. If little Johnny's behind in some grades, and the teacher, or their list, whoever gives it out to them, and there's more I got to learn with the system, but somebody is saying, okay, extra credits to your grades, here's so many points attached to this book. You read the book, you take the test, you get a little extra points on your grade. I think it's a corruption of students to be leading them down that road to read material like that. And the NEA, and I know this for a fact. How much?
10 cents.
The NEA sponsors all this stuff, and I know sometimes you guys' hands are tied on this, but somebody's got to take a stand someday, somewhere, in some city in America, and I figure, why not right here in Mount Vernon, Ohio, we'll do it here. So I will go through the system and get the channels done right, and I'll see how far that takes me. This is what I'm on. This is going to be a mission I'm going to stay on. and I'm doing it for the kids, not to ridicule you guys or to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna do it for the kids.
Okay. We had also reviewed this policy back when we were meeting at the,
You announced it that morning, there was 600 people, you announced it briefly.
We had
after.
policies
You said,
out
"Jeff,
front."
you could have done this," and that's when I told you that that system doesn't seem to work.
well, won't work if nobody uses it.